Hello guys and welcome back. Hi Ali.
Hello, Ada. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well.
Today we're filming late. It's not our usual Saturday morning session. How do you feel about that?
That's fine. I think we will do well. You ready for lesson 2?
Yes, we're doing lesson 2 of JavaScript.
Yeah. Do you remember anything from what we learned last time?
Everything.
Everything. Cool. So you remember the console and all of that, and the variables and etc. Yeah.
Maybe I haven't been a good
You should watch it on YouTube again. Maybe.
Yeah, problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I will remember everything when we start doing it. I do remember a few things.
Okay, that's good. So I think this series, I think we need to do maybe 5 lessons before we can start doing cool stuff. But let's go through the basics for day 2.
Okay.
Then we can do the more fun stuff.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's jump in. All right, so day 2, Ada. I think day 2 is about data types. This is pretty dry. Data types, what is a string, what is a boolean, blah blah blah.
Yeah, but we have to do it right.
Yeah, it's the same in all languages. It's just some basic concepts. It looks like the lessons are: what are data types, what are numbers, what are strings, checking data types and casting. I will go through like the details of all of this. We can go through it really quickly. Yeah. Lucky. So let's start. First, data type. We like kind of touched through this last time about
The
like
booleans and
yeah, exactly. So JavaScript is a very forgiving language because it doesn't care about data types.
okay.
It just fixes it for you, which kind of has its problems sometimes.
Okay.
So that's where TypeScript comes in. It's like a kind of like an enhanced version of JavaScript which takes care of this. But for the purpose of what we're doing, JavaScript doesn't care. All right.
Yep.
So about data types, you have basically 2 types of data types. You have things you can change.
Yeah.
These are called like objects, functions, arrays. These are changeable. So they're calling them non-primitive data types.
So one question: data types go into variables, right?
Variables, yeah.
Yeah.
That is like a data type called primitive data type. So numbers, strings, booleans, null, undefined, all of that is
can
like
go into one variable.
yeah. So these are called like variables. Yeah, but you also have some things called functions, objects, arrays. These are called non-primitive. Just list a definition, okay?
All right.
Yeah. Let's take an example. So here we have let, and let is just it defines the variable.
Setdef. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it says word, and then it says JavaScript. What type of variable is this? Is
String.
Yeah, exactly. You got
Because
it.
it has the quotes.
Yeah.
They're called quotes, right?
Yeah. Quotation.
Yeah.
Quotation marks.
Quotation.
Now for this one, it says word 0. So word is an array. So it can be divided into all of the letters. Yeah. So what is the first letter?
J.
J. Just to summarize on this one, anything that has single quotes or double quotes, it's a string. Okay. Now this one is a bit different. This expression does not change. It's stored in a variable word, so you cannot say that the strings are not modifiable. In other words, immutable. This is very dry stuff. So let's just hope. Yeah, we skip it.
Yeah.
No. And now they have another example. They're defining a couple of variables. They're saying number 1, number 2. Both are 3. And then they are saying, is number 1 equal number 2?
Yeah.
And let's give them back true.
Okay.
And then they're defining 2 strings, JavaScript and Python. And then they're saying, is JavaScript equal to Python?
No.
And they're saying false.
I see. Yeah.
And then they're defining lights on, lights off. And then they're comparing them. And they're saying false.
Yeah, I get the point.
Yeah, so that's the point. Now about the object functions arrays. We define them as non-primitive data types. So these are modifiable or mutable, like changeable, right? So here you have an array is saying it has data inside of it, 1, 2, 3. And then he's saying, okay, so you first defined it, and then afterwards you're trying to like switch out the first one, or they call it the number 0, because in computer science everything starts from 0.
Yeah, right.
So now what happens is instead of 1, 2, 3,
It's gonna be 10.
it's gonna be 10.
Yes.
So you were able to change it. Yeah. And here's another example. It says let numbers, they are both the same, and then they are comparing the two arrays, saying nums equal numbers.
Why is it false?
Why is it false?
Do you know?
Yeah, kinda. It actually says here, I had to read the description, but it says since they are non-primitive data types, you cannot compare them like we did in the first example. So you cannot say this area is this area equal to this area. It doesn't work that way, because this area could be huge. It could be like thousands of.
Is it because we can change what's inside, or?
Because you cannot compare them by value.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if it was a list of 3 words, for example, or strings instead of the numbers, could we do it? No.
I think that is the next example.
Oh, okay.
So it says let user, and then there's a couple of names, and then it says let user 2, and then it says they are both the same basically. Comparing them says false.
Okay. So
because this is like you could think of it of a small database of like a lot of content. And then you're trying to compare them. The JavaScript is not that smart, and when it comes to that, it doesn't go one by one. Oh, this one is the same as this one. This one. No, it's stupid language. So as a rule of thumb, we do not compare non-primitive data types. Do not compare arrays, functions, or objects. So do not do that. Do not compare like a function with a function. Do not compare an object with an object. It would not like work. Okay, that was the lesson, like, and to learn.
Shortly said.
Yeah. And here you have another example. It says nums 1, 2, 3, and then it says set this numbers variable equal to this one. And now they're both pointing at the same thing. Yeah. So when they're comparing them, it says true.
Yeah. Because it basically changed, or set the same different name for the same thing.
Yeah. Cool. And then numbers are integers and decimals, decimal values, which can do all the arithmetic operations. Let's see some examples.
Yes.
Okay. So now here you have age, gravity, mass, and pi. So age is a full number, while gravity is like a decimal.
Yep.
Is a decimal which does not change.
Yeah, constant.
Unless you're on Mars, maybe.
Or on the moon.
Or on the moon. Or anywhere else.
Or on a very high mountain.
Yeah, do you think gravity is lower there?
I know that it changes in some places.
More examples. You have boiling point, 100 degrees. It doesn't change apparently unless you put salt in it and so on. And the coder, the person who wrote the code she says, probably she.
Well, it could change since
but she says constant.
Since I'm a chemist, I would argue that if you change the pressure, that could change.
Yeah, but the coder, the person who wrote the program,
I don't care. I will write my own code.
Okay, good. That's what we're trying to do. And then it says, so these are just basically defining.
I get the point.
Yeah. And then they're canceling them out. Now, so this is quite obvious, the declaring a number of data types. And the next one is math object. Ooh, now we're getting into like
deep
like advanced stuff. So do you know what an object is?
An object?
Yeah. It says in JavaScript, the math object provides a lot of methods to work with numbers. An object is just like, you could think of it. Let me play the music again. It's stopping all the time. So an object is just, it has multiple methods or functions you can call, and it does stuff.
Just show me some examples, please.
Yeah, sure. So here they're saying console.
Yeah.
This is an object.
Okay.
Yeah. So the console is an object you talk to. It does something. It's somebody programmed it. The log is a function or a method.
Calling. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a object. This is a log. This is a method.
But we'll always use console, right? Or
yeah, if you want to talk with a console, you use the console object. If you want to talk to the browser, you use the browser object. If you want to talk to your mother, you use Skype. Yeah, it's the Skype object. FaceTime. Yeah.
Skype is outdated.
Exactly.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, and this, you know what this one is called?
PI.
This is called argument.
Okay.
Yeah, but PI is nice. Now, good. So the fun part is that you once you learn coding, you can make your own objects. So if something doesn't exist, you can make it.
Okay.
Okay. So there's this object called math. It has a lot of methods that does things. So this math.
Is it the equivalent or something similar to a library, where you call different functions or different ways of doing stuff?
Yeah, a library is like a bunch of objects and functions and all of that. That's called the library.
Yeah.
A library could contain some objects inside of it, so it's even higher level.
So math is basically gonna give us some mathematical functions, or
methods.
Yeah, methods.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So here, math is an object, and it has this round function. Can you guess what it does?
It rounds out the commas
to the nearest number.
Yeah.
So if you give it 9.81,
it will give you 9.
It give you nearest number 10.
Right. Rounding up, right?
Yeah, round up.
Yes.
If you give it 3.14, it will give you 3.
3, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what floor is?
No.
Can you guess? Similar to round.
Rounding down.
Yeah. So if you this one, if you give it 9.81, it will give you 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But if we didn't write math dot these functions, they wouldn't work, right?
Yeah, you need to call the object first, and then it would know. Okay,
Could we write math in some way in the beginning? I call math for the rest of the code, and you don't need to write it, or?
Yeah. Well, then you could define it on top, and then you just call that again and again.
Because I imagine that this.
You could call it Ada.
Yeah, because I can imagine that it will be like boring to call the same thing all over again if you're doing a long code, right?
Yeah, it's boring. Yeah. So you have to live with it sometimes. Variable names are very important and very. They should be descriptive. So it means that, like, what else would you call it if? Math is only 4 letters. What else? Do you have a better name for it?
No, I'm thinking differently. Like if you say import math, for example, I don't know exactly the code, and then instead of console.log math.floor, you can just say floor in the parentheses and then pi.
Okay, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Right.
If it's out of the box, then you need to call math first because it's in the math object. But if it's your own, then you could just call whatever function you called or method. That's their call. So if you had like a round function you made yourself, and that round function could then call math. Okay. Then you can just call it.
Okay, I see.
Okay. Cool. Seal. Can you guess what it does?
Rounding up for.
Yeah, so it rounds up to the nearest number. And min and max. Can you guess what they do?
Yeah, it gives you the minimum value of all the numbers that you have.
Yeah. Do you know what like this is called? Like a bunch of numbers or like a bunch of data together? Array?
No.
Or list?
Oh, list, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of list.
So this is pretty good. Now you got like all of the basics. This is another function which is very nice. It's called random.
Yeah, it gives you a random number from a list, right?
Yeah, and then you can like use it to build games and so on.
Yeah. I remember
like
we did that a little bit.
Paper, rock, scissors. We will do that game, and then we will probably use this function.
Yeah.
What else?
Random.
Another random. You can multiply it with a number, and then it gives you like a number from 0 to 10. That's not very important. There's this function called absolute.
Gives you the absolute value.
Yeah. So if you give it minus, it'll give you plus.
10. Yeah.
There's this function called square.
Oh, yeah. Square root.
Square root of
100.
is 10.
Yep.
And square root of 2.
Yeah. That number there.
Yeah. And there's this function called
power. So it will give you 3 raised on the second power.
Yeah, I haven't done maths really long time. So this is nice. I did like if you ever got stuck and you
can code.
Yeah, and if you get stuck, let's say, and then you don't have a calculator, then you could just open the console from now on, right? Math.pow. Then is it 3
I'm sure that's the first place my mind will go to.
Yeah. Or just grab your phone. But this
this is fun to know that you have so many ways to find something.
Yeah, makes you more resilient.
You can play it cool in front of other people. Like, I'm coding.
Yeah, you could like say, oh no, I just got it. I got the answer already. No problem.
Yeah.
I don't need the calculator.
You're right.
Yeah. So that's POW.
Yeah, what else?
You have math.e. That is a constant logarithm. So you got log of 2 and log of 10. Very important.
Yeah.
Trigonometry, sine and cosine.
I hate those.
Yeah, but you could, it's like what is cosine? What is cosine of 90?
Don't ask me.
Is it 0 or 1?
Or 1.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's 0 and sine is 1.
I think it's 1. Let's check. Math.cos.
So tell this to my math teachers.
0. Oh, I was right.
Yeah, sure.
But I think you were thinking of sine.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's either one or the other. So.
Yeah, exactly. Well, good. So now I've never used this before. So I'm learning.
Basically, it sounds very useful.
I don't do trigonometry in my work, so never use it. The JavaScript math object has a random. We've looked at that. They're showing an example of that. Not very interesting. We can skip it. Strings.
Yep.
We said that they can be in a single, double, or there's this thing called backtick code.
Is it the one that go?
It's like this one.
Yeah.
I have this really nice app I use.
Okay.
This one. Okay?
Yeah, I see it.
In case you don't.
Sometimes I use those when I text people because I cannot find the regular codes.
Honestly, I don't know where this button is or this backtick on my keyboard, so I have to use it in coding. I usually write backtick and then copy it. I don't know.
Wow, what an efficient coder you are.
Yeah, get the job done.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to know how.
Okay, so here you're just, they're showing you. Okay. Yeah, single.
To write
single again. Single, 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 single. And then this one is double. And this is backtick.
Backtick.
Yeah. So it's very obvious, yeah? Okay, good.
Probably never use them.
Oh, no, this one you'll use a lot, this backtick one.
Why?
Because
isn't it the same as the other ones?
No.
Okay.
Say you want to write it is. You cannot use single. Because that already has a single inside of it.
It's?
I can just type that.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
It is. So if yeah, then it'll break. So for this one, you would need like this.
Either that or the other one.
Yeah. And sometimes you need like a backtick, which I don't know. Yeah. Where is it on my computer? I sometimes, what I do?
What?
Show you. I get this one.
What is that? Where did you find it?
Yeah. And then you could like click. The backtick is number. It's not a number. It's the one next to the 02 to the right. See that?
I actually struggled a lot with keyboard because my computer had an American keyboard and I couldn't see a lot of, because in Norwegian it's different, so I couldn't find the star thing and a lot of functions, and it was frustrating.
I learned how to do backtick
So how was it?
on my keyboard.
Yeah.
It's like the one next to the backspace.
Okay.
But it was not working before. I think I had like a different layout. Now I have actually the Norwegian one, so it
Oh,
works.
that's why. Yeah. Yeah, it's always confusing with changing.
Yeah, because I had the English one as well before. That's why I
Yeah.
never got it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Concatenation. Do you know what that is?
Nope. Concatenate.
It means adding stuff together.
Addition.
Addition. Plus.
Yeah.
I don't know why they put like...
Probably because they mean it not only for numbers. I don't know.
Yeah. So full name is first name plus space plus last name. So it is just kind of like merging everything together.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So declaring different variables of different data types. So now this is a string, number,
Yep.
integer. Then they're saying first name is, the example above.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're saying, add everything together. My name is Ali. I am 250 years old and I live in
No way.
Baghdad. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's working. Long literal strings. That's another one.
Paragraph, basically.
So this paragraph, it means if the string length is too big, it does not fit in one line. We can use something called backslash character at the end, which indicates like jump or like control enter or go into the next line.
Yeah. But without changing the paragraph, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is a nice one. Here you have some like commands for console.log, which is kind of similar in all languages.
Yeah.
/n is new line, /tab is tab, double slash is backslash. This one is single, and so we don't care about it.
Yep.
Okay, and then they are showing us another example, which is kind of nice. Lots of examples, and now this one. Here they're explaining string methods, which is very important. We'll use this a lot. So, do you know that everything in JavaScript is an object?
What do you mean by everything?
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Functions and variables and strings and...
Yeah. So it just says here, everything in JavaScript is an object.
All right.
A string is a type of object which we cannot modify once it's created.
So next time you'll ask me what's an object, I'll say everything.
Yeah, exactly. So this JS, what is it?
Variable.
Or
An object.
or an object. What type of object?
A variable.
A string object.
Yeah, but it's a variable.
It is a variable.
Which has a string.
Which is a
object,
type.
all right.
Which is a type. So I'm asking you, what is JS?
Object.
Okay, what type
String
of object? Okay, exactly.
Right.
What does an object have?
Object.
No, it has these things it can do. It has like special power.
What do you mean?
An object has like a special power.
It can be called?
Yeah, it can call something. What can it call? It can use its like special powers. What are these?
Console?
Yeah, console is an object, and log is what? Console.log. What is that?
I don't know what.
Which it starts with an F or an M.
Can you just say it?
A function or method.
Okay, I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah. So an object
Yeah.
is this thing that has special powers. It can call. What can it call?
Functional method.
Yeah, exactly. So console is an object and it has these like special powers it can do. So log is like a special power. It can log stuff.
Okay.
And you have other ones like error and a bunch of ones, which I don't know. Math had a bunch of ones like round and max and minimum and all of that. These are the methods.
Yep.
So does that explain to you what an object is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand what an object is.
Cool.
Everything in JavaScript.
Here in this example, you have an object called JS. And then you have this method, or now this is called, it's not a method. This is another word. This is called a property.
Yeah. Which is going to show you the length of the string, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is a string, and a string is like, what should we call it? String is just like an array. You could divide it up into small pieces.
Yeah.
So it's like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are like the spaces.
Yeah.
So this is an example. They put the word string, and they called it JavaScript. And then they're trying to get the string 0.
Yeah.
Which is
J.
Yeah. And it's here as well. They're putting it out. So that's cool. And then they're doing it for the other letters, which is interesting. So we don't need to do anything on this one. Now, string, what is it?
An object.
Yeah. You're getting it. Yeah,
A functional method.
No. Don't overcomplicate it. So a string is an object.
Yeah.
What does an object have?
A functional method.
Yeah, exactly. So this is, what is this one?
A functional method.
Yeah. What does it do?
What was it called? Wait, don't say it. Property.
No. What does this? What, the special power of this function? What does it do?
I think it turns everything to uppercase.
Exactly. This one as well, and that one as well.
If I keep saying words, then I'll be lucky at some point. Hit the correct one. So.
Okay. What is this one called?
Lowercase.
Yeah.
What? It's not a property. Function.
It's a function. Yeah.
Okay.
Why? How do you know it's a function? Because it has these like parentheses after it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't notice those.
Yeah. So yeah, that makes it a method. Okay. Cool. Let's continue. This one. Subtract. String dot subtract.
And then if you put something in the parentheses, then it tells you from where to where. But if you don't put something in the parentheses, it's the whole string, right?
Yeah. Or I don't know. I don't think it will work.
Yeah. But
Because it says it takes 2 arguments. And then it says the starting index and the number of characters.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like there, it says sub. And it doesn't give you the whole word, but from the position 4 to 6.
Exactly.
So that's why you end up with just script, not JavaScript.
Yeah. But you're saying if you don't give it anything, what will happen?
The whole thing.
Yeah. Why would you use it then?
To separate the word. You don't want the whole JavaScript. You only want script.
Yeah. Okay. But why you're saying? Okay. I get you. Okay.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
I'm smart.
Yeah. I'm slow.
I'm kidding.
So another question, like a theoretical one. What is that 0 and 4? What do they call it in the programming world?
Space? Or placement? Or what do you mean? Index? Arguments. Okay, 2 arguments.
Yeah. Cool. They're called arguments. Here they're just showing all of the possible functions or methods in the string. There's this one called split. You can skip it. And there's another one called trim. It does trimming. Yeah, helpful one day. And then there's this one, which is also nice. Includes. It just checks for you if it includes stuff or not. So this is like a string called 30 days of JavaScript.
I see.
And then you could include it and say, does this string include Ada? If it does, do something.
I guess this is useful if you have a long text or something.
It's useful if you're trying to find stuff inside, which is you're always trying to find stuff inside. I use this in my work quite a lot after Googling. Yeah. Does it replace?
Yeah.
What does it do?
It replaces something with something else.
You could be a hacker. Yeah, you could change people's names. You could change, like somebody made a mistake, you just replace it. This is very helpful.
Okay.
This is char at takes index and returns the value at that index. Yeah. Okay, and then there's char code at cool index of cool. They're just showing off now. Just showing all of the possible last index of concat. concat. It takes too many substrings and joins them. So it's like that plus. Instead of the plus,
okay.
just a function.
You just write concat.
And then this one checks if it starts with or not. Checks if the string starts with that specified substring. Cool. And then there's ends with, and there's search, and there's match.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah, it will never end. And then the last one is called repeat. What is this one? What does it do? Takes a number as argument and returns the repeated version of that string. Okay, so it says like it takes that
string. Yeah.
This is nice for building like some spamming stuff. Like you take whatever someone says and send it to them 10 times.
Or 1,000.
Or yeah. What do you think will happen if we take this code and copy it? Let's try it. That might be fun.
From everything, this is the most interesting thing.
I think so. Yeah. Let's see. Let love leak love. Yeah. Let love be love. Okay, it doesn't like it. Let
love is love.
Let Ali be Ali. Yeah. So now if I call Ali, it would just return Ali. Okay. And now
then
string dot repeat. It takes two things.
Yes. No, you just have to say how many times you want to repeat it.
Oh yeah, but then I like
you have to call
Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. 10. Oh, 100,000. Oh, that's actually very good.
Smart.
Nice code.
How about 10 in the power of 1,000? Can you do that?
Okay, let's do that. So since we learned the math one, math.pow, and then say ali.repeat, and then 1,000 times, and then like I don't know, 100. Oh.
Didn't work.
Yeah, it's overflowing. So yeah, because this one is like supposed to return a number, and now we're doing strings, so
okay, too complicated for us.
It's JavaScript just confused now.
We asked too much, sorry.
Yeah. Now, checking data types and casting. To check the data types of certain variables, you can use the method type of. Okay. So what you could do after you make a couple of variables, like here they got like, let me just zoom out a little bit. Here you have like first name, last name, country, city, age, job, and then you can just check what these things are.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we did this the first time, or no, maybe not.
We just talked about it.
But here they're just showing you the function.
Type of, yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Now casting. Casting is just like converting one type to another. So say you have an integer. No, you have a decimal or float. And then you want to convert it to an integer. You could do that.
Oh, with cast.
Yeah, this is called casting. So here they're showing some examples. For example, here you have a string. Where's my mouse? Here you have a string. 10.
Yeah.
See that? It's a string.
Yep.
So if you try to like multiply it or something, it would not work because it's a string.
Yeah, I see.
So what you would need to do first, you need to convert it to a number.
Yep.
And there is this thing called, what is that called? Converting. There's a word for it.
Casting?
Yeah. Exactly. That is casting. Very cool. And there's these other ones. They're talking about 3 different ones here. They're talking about parse int, number, and plus sign. So these are the 3 type of different casting methods.
Parse int is for
parse int. Yeah. So this is the example just talked about, where you have a string and you make it a integer. Exactly. Well, good. Then we can move on to string to float. There's just some functions for that. Parse, float, number, plus sign. We can move on. Float to int. There's some other ones. And then we're finished. Now is the exercise.
Class dismissed.
Now you can code. So what we will do, you have 25 different things, or this is like level 1, and then you have level 2,
Oh my god.
and you have level 3. Nice. Let's just do level 1. We can just do the interesting one.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna copy all of this, and then we'll jump to VS Code and code this together. All right, let's do this now. We are in VS Code. I've made a day 2 for us. We need to commit this code to GitHub, by the way. We can do that another time. Like good coders, commit often. I'm just gonna copy whatever we've done here, and remember how we commented things out?
With a star and the slash.
That's right.
Yeah, because
Command Shift.
his way of commenting was not right.
Yeah. So I just commented everything. So this is the first one. You are inside of this file, yeah?
Yep. I see you.
Okay.
You
Well,
see me?
you can start. Declare a variable named challenge and assigned it to the initial value of this. Oh, nice. You're using modern JavaScript. I can't do this at my job.
Why? What do you mean?
It doesn't support it.
What do you mean modern?
Oh, that keyword is modern.
Oh.
Let. Other like old JavaScript, it was var. Now it's let. What are you doing?
I'm trying to. Yep, I did it.
Nice. Missing something.
What am I missing? Console? No.
Or
We don't
I
need
mean,
that.
yeah. No.
What am I missing?
No. You've done the thing. Let's do number 5. I mean the number 2.
Okay. Okay, so then I guess it is dot log
Yeah.
parenthesis
Mm-hmm.
challenge.
Cool,
Right?
cool. Good. Let's go to the third one.
Did you add the semicolon?
Maybe, I don't know. No.
You didn't add it yourself?
Yeah. That's code formatting. When you save, I think I just saved the file
Okay.
and then added it for you. That's what I said you were missing.
So that signifies that the code is finished, or the
Yeah.
whatever you're.
Yeah. And even if you suck and you just save and it does it for you, so
Cool.
that's nice.
Good to know.
Yeah, it's very forgiving language, so it's a nice language to learn.
Should I do the next one?
Yep.
Print the length of the string. Okay. So I guess that was. Let's see.
Cool.
Is it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And do you remember what thing we called the property?
Yes,
Yeah, cool.
I remember that.
No, fourth one.
I'm not cheating, by the way, if anybody's wondering.
I don't think the answers are out even.
I'm just very smart.
You are.
Good memory.
Cool. Let's do the fourth.
I'm just kidding. It will probably come back and bite me. What I said. Okay. Oh yeah. Next one. Sorry. Change all the string characters. Capital letter. Okay. So it was. Change. Yeah. I remember it was something to uppercase. Dot uppercase. But do I have to write console log every time?
Yeah. Nice. And this was what is this thing called? What's it called?
Methods.
Cool. And what does the method have? It has this thing called parentheses. So
Okay.
yeah. So put the parentheses.
Yeah, right.
Yes. And actually, let's try something. If you go back, Control Z before you added it, and then I'm gonna save. Just gonna see. Oh no.
You didn't do it.
Yeah. Okay. I added the semicolon though. That's cool.
It's not that. It's not gonna do all the work for you.
Yeah. Next one.
To lowercase. Basically the same. But like.
Oh, you copy pasting?
Yeah. Being efficient. But instead of upper, then I guess it should be lower. Right?
Yeah. Sounds good.
How do we know if it works or not?
We'll run it and then.
Okay.
Next one.
Ugh, slice. But you skim through this very fast.
It says cut slice out the first word of the string using substring or substring method. I will do this one for you.
All right.
Challenge dot, and then you call the method
Substring.
and you open it. And then the reason I'm doing it is I just want to show you this
From
thing.
where to where?
Yeah, this thing is giving you just need to be patient and read. So it's saying the start position of the desired substring, the index of the first character in the string is 0, gets the substring beginning of the specified location and having the specified length. Whatever that thing was. What's important?
So much for being patient and reading it.
Yeah, no.
What's important is
It says here from, and then it says length. And then it says it returns. So you would learn how to read this afterwards.
yeah, I think okay. So it wants us to do what? So if we
It says
yeah, I get it.
from?
You just put the number, like for example 5, if you want to from character 5, right?
yeah,
Until or how many? Like 3 letters or 4 letters. And
Yeah.
then it gives you from the position 5 the 3 letters, right?
yeah.
So you
From
say-
to, yeah.
What does he want us to do?
I think it wants us to get the first word, which is only the first 2 letters.
Wait, what?
It's
what's
the
the word? 30. So I guess
30.
it's, from 0, 1, from 3. But if we only leave it 3, then it will give us the rest of it, right?
Why
we have
3?
Because 30 days, it's 0, 1,
But
2.
you're supposed to give the
Okay,
index,
2.
not the. Yeah,
What
I
do you
think.
mean?
I
Do
think.
you want to try it?
Yeah, we could try it. I think like this.
Yeah, but the 2 gives us how many, right?
We can try it.
It's only gonna give us 2 characters, right? As far as I understood. It's gonna start from the position 3. And it's gonna give us 2 characters. But he wants us to only write the first word.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, then it is right. I thought he wanted us to skip the first word.
Okay, as you see here, I just put the variable in and
It's
output
correct,
it. Yeah. Cool. Let's continue.
yeah. Mhm.
Now we are at the 7th one.
Yeah, so basically this is what I meant in the previous one. You just remove the... So we can do the same, but instead of 0, 2, it would be 3.
Okay, let's output that one.
You don't believe me?
All right.
Did I do wrong?
Oh, let's test. Always nice to test. Yeah.
I'm
Is-
a pro.
Yeah.
Where's
right.
my degree?
Cool. And then we do the next.
Okay, check if the string contains a word script. So it was something...
You think if you would have written 2 here, would it have
giving
been
you the space.
cool? Smart man.
Okay, so it contains... it was the thing that you said you used that one in Google, right?
Includes?
Yes.
No, that was the replace. But check if the string contains a word script using includes. Just do it like you usually do. Challenge dot includes, and then you open the parentheses and it tells you what are the first parameter is search string. What are you searching for?
Script.
Okay, so script. Yeah, I think that's it. Is it?
Yeah, and then it gives you true or false, right?
Yeah. You could also console.log. Yeah. See, even though we went through it very fast, you still got the essence.
Because I'm smart, man. Split the string into array using split.
Yeah, let's skip
Yeah,
that
but-
one, and then the next one with the array, we skip that one, and then
It was a combining thing, right?
yeah, then this one is
It was either with plus or compa something.
I think 8 is the magic number really of how much things you can do. All of the other stuff we'll get.
There is science behind that.
Yeah, I think this is perfect. Oh, save. And then
And
they
pass
even added
today's
the
class.
semicolon. Yeah, I think you did better than
Last
me.
time.
I think you did better than me.
Even better
I think-
than you, huh?
Yeah,
All right.
I think you were very smart. Cool.
I think I was just lucky.
Yeah, that was very good. I think you caught things very fast, even though we skimmed through it like super fast. That's lesson 2. Now you know what objects are. Now you know what methods are. Now you know what the properties and all of that type of stuff. How did you enjoy? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did. I think it's fun. Yeah, I'm just starting to learn more and more that I can use in the future.
Yeah,
If I can remember everything.
of course.
Yeah, I think it just takes some practice, and then I think it comes more natural, right?
Yeah. So first you need to learn this boring stuff, and I think, like I told you in the beginning, a couple of more lessons, and then we could start doing cool stuff.
Yep.
This is just like the basics, just so you get your fingers around the code.
You do need to have those in place.
Yeah. So because you need to know what objects are, you need to know what methods are, and this is kind of helping you to learn what these things are.
There are things, I personally think that there are things that make sense. You just need to hear them first and to understand them, and then it's like, oh yeah, it makes sense, obviously, and then you can use them.
Very cool.
Maybe not everybody thinks like this, but yeah.
Yeah, very cool. All right. Let's
Wrap
do
this
this
up.
Let's do this again one more time. Another day.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Ali, for your time. And we'll see you again on the next lesson, which will be lesson 3, right?
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.